everyone, today's video is going to be an update on my Project 10 uses. Hippocampus says hello. They were just in their cage, but you know, once I sit on the ground, they have to come in. I know the lighting's not great, is it? It is covered in snow outside. It's stunning, but it's already like 30 minutes later than I usually leave for school, and I need to go. But I wanted to film because I'm going to be gone for 10 days because I'm going on a honeymoon. And I'm getting married. I'm very excited. And if you're worried COVID-wise, which is a valid worry, we're only having a wedding with our siblings and parents. We cut it down from our 120 people that were invited. We thought like 80 were going to show. We're going to have 19 people, including the bride and groom. So don't worry. We're trying to be smart and safe, you know, in this crazy scary time. But I was gonna wait until like and just do 2 months, but I've got 4 products that I'm ready to like roll out, and I figured let's go, let's just do it early. So if you don't know, I pick out makeup items from my makeup collection, and I choose 10 items and I use them 10 times, and once they're used 10 times they get rolled out of this collection or this project. And yeah, that's what I do. I really enjoy it. It's a really great way to get use out of your collection. Also, if you watch me, yes, this is Holiday Baking Championship hair. I'm really just loving it right now. I just think it's real cute, and I didn't want to fix my hair. Honestly, I didn't want to shower today, because if I fix my hair down, I have to shower because it's a curly mess. So, I didn't shower this morning. There you go. There's some tidbit of information. I hope the lighting is still, like, it's not great, but I hope it's not too bad. And we've got the tree, and the tree is stunning, and I've still got like 35 presents to wrap in the next 2 days, but we're gonna get it done. All the presents are bought, and I feel like that's great. So, in case you don't just want to hear me ramble about my life, let's go ahead and get into the project. So I've got, as I said, 4 items I'm ready to move out. First is this Cynthia Rowley silver liner. One of y'all, and I don't remember who, and I'm so sorry about that, had the great idea to use this as an inner corner, and that's how I used it up. I didn't really like it as a cream shadow, but as an inner corner shadow, it was beautiful. It's this really stunning metallic silver. You can see that shine. So I love this. Definitely want to keep this in my collection, something that I'm not willing to give up anytime soon, and I'm going to use it a lot. So I like that, and it was something that had just sat and sat for literally years. So a great outcome of this project is that now I know I like it. This is a bougie mug. Oh no, it's not. I have a Kate Spade mug, but we got it from TJ Maxx. Y'all don't think this is Holiday Cottage. I'm sure this also came from TJ Maxx. My family, I collect mugs, so you can see back there, we have literally 30 Christmas mugs. That's not a dramatization or hyperbole. We have 30 for 2 people, one of whom doesn't drink coffee. So we have a lot of mugs. I get them for Christmas a lot. I love them. Love them. So let's go. All right. The next thing that I'm trying to just keep it in order, but you know, that's probably not going to happen. The next thing, see, I have my list. I do so well. I have my list and I count them, and so once I tell you, I like to mark it off just so I can try to keep myself in some way clear. The next one is I actually got my 10th use out of today, and it's the Faced Gingerbread palette. I do really enjoy this palette. It's very pretty. So today, I've got Looky at My Cookie in the crease. I've got Spiked Eggnog on the lid and Gumdrop in the outer corner. I'm afraid you can't see how sparkly it is, but let me tell you, it sparkles. And then I've got Powdered Sugar on the brow bone, and I've got Frostbite Me in the inner corner. I do really like it as an inner corner shade, but it's this really strange kind of flaky texture, so it's a little hard to work with, but it looks nice on the inner corner, so that's how I usually use it. I still really enjoy this palette. I will say, I try to look with spiced rum, this like metallic like glitter. It was not good. It was too glittery. I couldn't get any opacity, but I didn't have a glitter glue. And actually this month, mainly for one of my wedding looks, or my wedding look. You know, I'm not gonna change my makeup in the middle of my wedding. I needed a glitter glue, so I went and purchased one. So I might try, you know, Maybe with a glitter glue I could make that shadow work nicer. But this is a beautiful palette. It is older, you know, it's 2 years old, but I really like it still. I still think it performs well. I'm not ready to get rid of it. So there you go. Gingerbread palette. I told you about it. Let's mark it off the list now. I'm always one of those people, you know, they're like, just do a single line through. It's fine. I can't do that. I can't. I hate the way that looks. So I do like hardcore scribbles. I know it's a waste of ink. It's terrible, but just what I do. And the third thing that I got my 10 uses out of is the Juvia's Place Magic Palette. Now I have done a full review of this palette, so if you want to see that, I'll link it below so you can get all of my thoughts because I've got quite a few. I do really like this palette. I think it's pretty. I do think some of these shades are hard to work with. And I don't know about y'all. I would say, like, I don't know, maybe once every few weeks. And not even that often. It doesn't really happen that frequently for me, but I'll be trying to put on my makeup and it just keeps like falling out and it just keeps getting worse and worse and it's not a good look at all. And I hate it and it makes me really agitated because makeup is my fun time and it's just like my relaxing, getting into the day thing. And when it gets really gross and really bad, it kind of makes me agitated. I have a very short temper. And I did find that of the 10 times I used it, maybe 3 or 4, that happened. And again, that doesn't happen to me that often, so I didn't love that. But it's still a beautiful palette. I do still really like it. I just think there are some of these shades I'm going to completely avoid. But there we go. I got my 10 uses. I'm not ready to get rid of that. That is one of my newer palettes. I purchased 3 palettes, I don't know, a couple months ago. It's gone. A couple of months ago. So that's one of the 3 I purchased. Oh my goodness. Do you want to see Hippo? Look at him. That's also a dog toy. That's not poop. Anytime John and I see it, we think it's dog poop, but it's one of Hippo's toys. So just so you know, I don't have dog poop and I'm not showing you my dog poop. That'd be embarrassing. All right. That's the third thing I got my 10 uses out of. And my fourth thing is the declutter. And it is the Gwen Stefani Urban Decay palette. So I used this 3 times when I decided to declutter it. So, you know, I mean, I gave it a chance. When I first had, so if you don't know, let me just tell you the short saga. I didn't want this palette at all. Then it went 50% off, as Urban Decay commonly does, and I bought it. And I loved it. I just thought I could create the coolest looks with it. And I think it was when this came out in like 2016, I want to say. So I think it was when I was still really learning how to do makeup. And let's be honest, I'm still learning how to do makeup. You know, I change it up all the time. Some days I get a little heavy-handed. I don't know, only like 95% of the time. So, you know, some days it's a really pretty natural look. But I use these shades as like transitions, and it was some of the first time I used transition shades, and I was like, well, hello, I love the way that looks. But for what I like now, it's kind of boring. Also, these shimmers aren't impactful enough to me. So let me see if I can get you a swatch. So we'll go with Bath Water. And let me just compare Bath Water. Now, this isn't a shade dupe. I'm just talking about the amount of shimmer. To this is Eggnog, Spiked Eggnog, sorry, from the Faced Gingerbread palette. And you can, well, unfortunately, see, you can see the difference, how much more shimmery this one is than this one. And it's just so much more impactful. And this is what I like now. So, you know, if you want a really soft look, this might be great, but that's not what I go for anymore. I also have a friend who does go for very soft makeup looks all the time, and I think she'll love this palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that to her. It's not for me anymore. So I'm getting rid of a palette. I've gotten rid of quite a few palettes through this, and I'm really proud of that. All right, hey Kanga, hi, I love you the most. So 4 things gone, 3 of them I'm keeping in my collection, 1 of which is going. So that's pretty good, you know? The point of this isn't to declutter things, but I do declutter as I do it. So next, let's get through what I am still using. I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. I haven't used this in a whole month. I've only got 7 uses out of it. I really just need to power through. I love this. I think it's a beautiful palette. I love the way it performs. It's just so summery. So it's not what I've been going for recently, but I still love it. I've used it 7 times. I need to use it 3 more to roll it out. Then I have the Urban Decay Electric palette. very similar. I really like this palette. I thought I might be getting rid of it, but I think I am going to keep it. I really like the looks that come out with this. It's really vibrant and pretty. It's just very summery, and I'm just not in a summery mood right now. So I've used that 7 times. The Lise Watier liquid liner in the shade Opal. I really like this. I had to take the stopper out of it. So I've used it 6 times. I've got 4 more uses, and I think this might be on its last legs just because it's really hard to like get a line because I had to take the stopper out. I think it sat and dried up a bit. I don't know. I'm still playing with it, but when I use it, it's beautiful, and I love the looks I get. So I've got, like I said, I've used this 6 times. So I've got 4 more uses out of it. Then I have this MAC Dazzle shadow in the shade Shine. It's really pretty. No, I'm so sorry. Shine Delight. That's what it's called. Shine Delight. You can see it has been dug into because I feel like I have to put a lot of this on, but it gets this like beautiful, very sparkly purple look that I really, really enjoy. I've used this 5 times, so I've got to use it 5 more. Before I started this, I had never used it. So you can see it's gotten definitely some use out of it, which is the whole point of this project. So I like that. I am really enjoying this, and I want to, you know, keep it and play with it some more. All right, so there's that. Next, oh, I already told y'all about the Juvia's Place palette. Let me mark that off my list. We're keeping it for now. I would not be surprised if in the next year or so that leaves my collection. Because if you also know how I store my makeup, I store it completely flat. And my rule is that everything has to be able to lay flat. And if it can't, then I have too much. And this takes up a lot of space. So, I don't know. We'll see. Next, I have the Kat Von D Pastel Goth palette. So I've only used this one time. And, you know, I like this palette, but I don't reach in for it for a full look. I reach in for it to get, like, a crease shade. I really need to, like, focus on this because I have a sneaking suspicion this is going to leave my collection, but I'm not ready to say that after only using it once. I want to use it a couple more times. So, once, I got 9 more uses out of that, and then we'll see. Next, we have the Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean palette, and I've used this 5 times. Here we are. I will say the first time I went into it, I looked into Starry Night in the outer corner, and it was a hot mess. It was another one of those days where I could not get my makeup to work. I feel that these shadows give me a very soft look, but pretty. It's not... It's kind of like this Gwen Stefani palette, but I do like it better. I like the overall look better. It is more shimmer, but I'm just not sure it's what I want anymore, which I know is shocking because I loved this palette, and it's beautiful, and I love Pirates of the Caribbean. I love Disney. I love Johnny Depp. I love it all. I've got 5 more uses of it. I'm going to take those 5 uses, but again, I'm not confident I want to keep this. Also, like I said, I store my palettes flat, just as a way to keep me from over-purchasing and over-consuming makeup. And holding this flat, that's a lot of room, y'all. It's a lot of room, so we'll see. Okay, so that's everything. 3 things we're keeping in my collection. 1 thing is being decluttered. The other 6 are staying in this project. That means I need to roll in 4 more. And I've got my 4 right here. So, first thing is this eyeshadow duo. It's by NARS. It's called Kawaii. And it's beautiful. This is like a weird greeny silver. Look at that. Look at that. I really like it. I do feel, I'm so sorry about the swatches. I know the lighting, again, but I gotta go to school. I gotta do my job. It's really pretty. I really like it. So what happened was, I was at a Blue Mercury, and I was just walking around, and this sales assistant wanted to do my makeup, and I was like, no, I'm fine. And she's like, I just don't have anything to do. Please let me do your makeup. She's a good sales assistant. I said, all right. And I told John, my fiance, I was like, hey, babe, don't let me buy anything. And then I proceeded to buy a few things from NARS. So I got this. We were still in Savannah. We moved out of Savannah 2.5 years ago. So that was like close to 3 years ago. And I think I've used it once. Tragic, sad, disgusting. I know. So I've got it now. We're going to see if I still like it. I hope I do, but you know, we'll see. Next, I have one of these Stila well, this says it's a glitter and glow, but it's not. It's one of the shimmer and glows, you know what I mean? It's in the shade Kitten. Now, I love my glitter and glows. I'm not pulling those into these projects because I use them all the time. They sit on the top of my vanity. I love them. The shimmer and glows I never use. I don't know how I feel about them. I don't know what I need to do. I've got 3, so I'm pulling one in and I'm gonna see if I like it. Next, I have this CoverGirl Bombshell Shine Shadow. I have 2 of these. I used to love them. I thought they were the bee's knees. But that was when I got them in like 2016. So do I still like them? Are they even any good? I don't know. I'm pulling it in and we're going to find out. And lastly, I have another Geek Chic Cosmetics pigment. I've gotten rid of quite a few of these. So I'm bringing this in because I used it yesterday. And when I swatched it, I was like, oh, beautiful. And I put it on and I was like, wow, do I want to wear this to my wedding? That's how much I liked it. And then before I even left the house, so like in 15 minutes, I felt like there was no more shimmer. And now, I have this issue where things like that happen and I'm like, well, I must have done something wrong. And so I never declutter it. I'm just like, well, and then the next time it happens again, I'm like, well, I need to play with it some more. So one of the points of this project is like, great girl, play with it some more. See if you're doing something wrong or if you just don't like the shadow instead of always trying to make an excuse for it. So I'm bringing this in. We're gonna see, do I like the shadow or am I just making excuses and it's time to go? So there you go. That's everything. I feel like I talked really quickly. You know, we do that sometimes. So I'm really happy with how this is going. I'm excited about the way I'm working through my makeup collection. And I'm excited to see how it's changing because of this project. I've decluttered something I want to say every single update. And you know, I'm happy that this is out of my collection now. And I don't feel bad about giving it away. You know, some things I wouldn't give away because they're too old or they're just kind of grimy, you know? I don't want to give something away that's got like 7 pans. But this is still, honestly, in like pretty good condition. So I'm going to give it away. Feeling good about that. So there you go. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, if you have any questions, requests, suggestions, or comments, go ahead and leave those down below. But that's all I have, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.